Hello everyone, welcome back to Leaping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking out my channel. I am doing a Virgo reading tonight. I just wanted to share a little bit of synchronicity with you guys. So I just went to a Christmas party and I was going to order a tarot deck for myself, like, I don't know, probably like a week ago. And I really wanted a holographic deck. Like, I don't have any holographic decks, you know, like the ones that are kind of like, you know, shiny and have like the rainbow sort of like fluorescence or whatever to them. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait. Like, I don't need this right now. Like, I'm not, you know. And sure enough, for my Secret Santa, I got a holographic tarot deck. So I am so excited to use it. Actually, when I got it tonight, I did a couple readings for people and it totally resonated for them. So I'm totally on a vibe right now. I'm feeling really great. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the Virgo reading. And no delay, let's go. And I'm clearing with this really interesting rock. Look at this. It's like very smooth, and I don't know if somebody like painted it or what, but like I've kept this for so many years and it's super cool to me. So I'm just on a vibe tonight, guys. So, and I'm a Virgo personally, so I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know? Who needs to know? We got a little incense going here. We are ready. We got the space cleared. I've built up the anticipation enough. All right, Virgos. Six of Swords. You're moving on from something. What is it? I don't know. We'll find out. The Magician. Ooh, this feels very like new opportunity. This is like you're embodying, or somebody you're surrounding yourself with is embodying everything. They're embodying earth, they're embodying air, they're embodying water. And fire. They're creating something. So they're moving away from something, but simultaneously like creating something. Okay, what are they creating? What are they wanting to create? With this Magician energy. Queen of Cups. It's almost like somebody's wanting to create a new version of themselves. You know, a more compassionate side of themselves. Or yeah, like just a more emotional, compassionate, vulnerable side of themselves. What are they moving away from? Queen of Swords. They're moving away from the more intellectual side of themselves. They're moving away from the side of themselves that gets caught in thought, the side of themselves that gets a little bit in the overthinking type of energy. They're really embodying or wanting to embody more of an emotional, but not emotional in the sense of like illogical, okay? So to move from the Queen of Swords into the Queen of Cups, it's not, I mean, to embody the Queen of Swords is to be an intellectual, is to be a thoughtful, articulate person. So it's not like this part of themselves would ever really go away, because that's the foundation that they're building from, right? But they're wanting to embody a more creative side, a more manifesting side that is more of the Queen of Cups sort of energy. So what's beautiful about this Queen of Cups is that she would have aspects of the Queen of Swords, because it would be a Queen of Swords with the intention to move into a more emotional energy. Now, there's nothing wrong with emotions, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling things to the fullest. So what I'm getting is that somebody who's a very thoughtful, articulate, sensible person wanting to embody a more emotional side is kind of really beautiful, because somebody coming from an emotional base might be kind of more in that irrational, I don't really like to say that, like that's not what I'm trying to get at. It's like I'm thinking kind of like of a Cancerian energy when I think of this, in that they default more from like an emotional space, and then they have to come into their intellectual side and sort of rationalize their emotions. Whereas this person is coming from the more rational side and is wanting to embody more of the emotions. Okay, so that's a very distinct thing here. So they're moving away from that. They're coming into a more manifesting Queen of Cups. Why? Let's ask why. Why are they wanting to? I just looked at the timer, 444, by the way. That may be significant to you. When I looked at the time earlier today, I've been seeing a lot of, okay, so like almost every time I look at the clock, the past, I want to say like 3 days, like this happened to me, I want to say like a month or, no, more than that. probably like 4 to 6 months ago, I was seeing 222, 333, 444, 111, 1111, like just every hour, on the freaking hour, I would see that corresponding, like I'd look at the clock and I'd be like, cool, it's 333. And then I'd look later and I'd be like, cool, it's 444. Like it was getting crazy. Like it was honestly, and it was happening every day. And it's actually started happening again. So the past few days, I've been on the hour seeing 222, 333, 444. So the fact I just saw 444 is like not shocking at all to me. And it's funny because it used to be so thrilling to me. It used to be so like, oh my gosh, like no way, this is really happening. And now it's like, yeah, well, no shit. Like that's my reality at this point. 9 of Swords and Ace of Wands reversed. I didn't really ask the intention of this, but what I'm getting is that the reasoning, I did say why. Okay, 555, just looked at the time. Oh my God, this is, something is so synchronistic about what is going on right now. I don't know if this is for the collective as a whole or you personally. Maybe this is really resonating for you. I'm not sure, but with the Ace of Wands reversed and the 9 of Swords, the reason that somebody was moving out of the Queen of Swords and coming into the Queen of Cups is because there's a side of themselves that has not been embracing the full passion of life, the full passion of maybe relationships or commitments. They've suppressed an aspect of themselves that, I don't want to say devil energy and like lustfulness, because that's sort of more of like a toxic, unhealthy sort of vibe. But the Ace of Wands is like the gift of God, okay? When there's an ace card, it's like the gift of God is coming down and offering you something. So whether it be the swords or the cups or the wands or the pentacle, right? It's the gift of God offering you that aspect, right? So you are not, before with that Queen of Swords, you are not, I mean, what's great here is that these are queens, okay? So no matter what, like you're an upright, empowered, positive person, okay? So there's no reversals here. You're being the Queen of Swords, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you are now making the intention to become more like a Queen of Cups, because there's an aspect of yourself that you are wanting to evolve deeper, and that is the aspect of passion. And I'm getting that there's maybe a romantic aspect here that you're trying to delve into. Because with the 9 of Swords, there was something about the Queen of Swords aspect of yourself that got very in your head, got very in your thoughts, overthinking, doubting. And that's the side of yourself that you're wanting to get rid of, basically. That's why you're coming out of that Queen of Swords and moving into the Queen of Cups, is because you didn't have the Ace. It's interesting that the Ace of Wands is associated with the Queen of Cups here. So tell me more about the Wands energy associated with the Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups reversed. You're getting very serious, I think you're getting very serious about wanting a relationship, or very serious about wanting someone who wants something serious with you. And with the Page of Cups reversed, you're sort of like, I'm over the undeveloped masculine. I'm over the concept of somebody, you know, sort of playing around with the idea of offering a cup to me and offering stability and stuff like that, but not really being all talk and no action, basically. Sort of the phrase, if he wanted to, he would, right? And so the Knight of Cups, upright. Somebody more evolved, willing to come forward and offer you emotional stability is something that you're really seeking out here with being the Queen of Cups. Now, it's interesting that you're the Queen of Cups and you're open the idea to a Knight of Cups, right? It's almost like you're, with you coming out of that Swords energy and moving into the Cups energy, there's kind of a flexibility here that you have around somebody who's, because he's not a king, right? So there's a flexibility here of, or an emperor, there's a flexibility here of you accepting somebody who's still developing, but is in that Cups energy of emotion. So you're embracing a new side of yourself, and you're willing to, as you know that you're developing and embracing this new side of yourself, it's not even like it's new. It's almost like it's been repressed or something, or just not addressed for so long, okay? Because this is still you, right? So it's not like you're becoming a whole new person. You've had this side of yourself, but it's been suppressed in some way, and you've held a more dominant position version of yourself for the past. And so with the Knight of Cups, you're more open to that. And then also too with the Seven of Cups reversed, that's what I get with you being like so clear about this intention around wanting it to be one person. You're really wanting it to be a clear decision from one person about what they want and what they're offering to you. You're kind of over the games. You're over the, it's almost like with the Knight of Swords, it's like you were dealing with somebody in the past potentially who was just kind of like giving you the runaround, okay? If you feel like somebody was giving you the runaround, I encourage you to listen to Runaround by Dion, I believe is the band. Once you hear it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know this song, but listen to the lyrics, or not listen to the lyrics. It's actually kind of hard to listen to the lyrics. Read the lyrics, and it's super fun. I have that whole song memorized. It's really fun to sing when you know all the lyrics. It's a very like fast-paced song, but read the lyrics and you'll be like, this is my life, if you're relating to this, right? But definitely check that out, because Runaround, no, Blues Traveler. Why was I saying Dion? Runaround Sue? I don't know. Okay, whatever resonates for you, okay? That may be a song by Dion. I don't know. But what I meant to say was Runaround by Blues Traveler. That's what I meant to say. But there's a reason why I messed that up there. So, Six of Pentacles and the Moon, as I'm like splitting the deck here, about to shuffle. So, there's an aspect of yourself that you're still, you know what's best for you with that Six of Pentacles. You know what's the most balanced and harmonious side of yourself with that Cups. Now, this is a Virgo reading, right? And you're trying to embrace a Cups. So it's not like we've had Queen of Pentacles. Now, we may get Queen of Pentacles come through here, but with this, I'm sort of getting like, there's a truer aspect to yourself. Maybe you have a lot of like Cancer or, you know, Scorpio or something like that in your chart that makes you kind of resonate more with like an emotional side of yourself. Maybe you're a very intuitive person. You pick up on the energies of others. That would make sense if you're into tarot readings. That's very interesting. The Five of Pentacles was kind of got flipped up right here as I was shuffling the deck. Six of Pentacles was up on the bottom. So just what I'm getting overall with that energy in the Moon, it's like, oh, this is a complicated energy. There's still an aspect of doubt. You know, you know that the best thing for yourself, to relate to others, to give the most of yourself and share your gifts with others, is to embrace the more emotional aspect of yourself and the side of yourself than the Queen of Swords. Now, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Queen of Swords, but it's almost like this person, I don't know why I say it's almost like, it is, okay? It is like the previous side of the self served its purpose. So there's nothing wrong with it, but it served its purpose. It served its time. And it's just due time. It's just ready for you to follow your gut on where your soul is leading you down this new path in order to offer the most to other people who come into contact with you. So, I guess, you know, I'm feeling called to a oracle deck. I'm looking at Angels of Abundance here. I'm going to pull the Angels of Abundance deck, and I feel like there might be a message in here. Abundance mindset, bottom of the deck. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you'll experience. This is giving me strong magician vibes. I felt called to kind of, you know, read this message at the bottom of the deck here. See, feel, think, and speak. That's really reminding me of all of the aspects of the magician, right? Seeing perhaps being the pentacles energy, right? Feeling being the cups aspect of the magician. Thinking being the swords energy, and speaking, I guess that kind of is sort of swords as well, but it could be sort of like wands in that they are expressing their, you know, whatever passion they have for something. So it's like of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that's what you'll experience. So with being a manifester in that magician energy that we started with, you have to believe that becoming the side of yourself that you're wanting to become with the Queen of Cups is not something that's in the future. It's not something that's, like I was saying before, it's not like you're not this person. You're wanting to become this person, but it's not like you're not this person already. You already are this person. It's a belief mindset, but it's also the fact that just because you embrace the Queen of Swords aspect of yourself more in the past does not mean that you weren't a Queen of Cups this whole time. It's just the side of you that decided to present itself more dominantly at that time to serve its needs and to serve its soul. There's no wrong answer here. Declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. What I'm getting with that, like maybe you do have to sell some things. Maybe you've got a closet full of clothes that you never wear. But it's almost like declutter the mind. Declutter the mind of doubt. Really fully surrender and embrace moving out of the Queen of Swords energy if that's your true intention. If that's something you really feel like is no longer serving you, then really embrace that. There's nothing wrong with truly letting go of that. And you can always fall back if you need to. And frankly, if you haven't established a new habit yet, you're probably gonna fall back in some aspect, right? You're going to naturally fall back. It's the side of yourself you've defaulted to and that you've been the most comfortable with. So it's probably gonna happen anyway. But so you're not losing anything here. You're not losing an aspect of yourself. By decluttering, you're not losing, you're gaining clarity and clearness and thoughtfulness, and I'm getting presence. Like you're able to just be fresher minded. It's almost like detox too. It's not just declutter, it's detox. So either from alcohol or from smoking or bad foods, you're really being called to, as you set the intention for change into this new energy, there may be other aspects too that need to change as well. And when we got this deservingness card, your body deserves to be treated like the temple that it is. We have been given these unique bodies, and by unique I mean everyone knows it. There's no secret to this. Everyone has their own thumbprint that is not replicable by any other human. Okay, these bodies are specifically unique, and as far as we know, these bodies live once, okay, and then they die. These particular unique bodies. There is the debate that our souls live on and that we continue, okay? And that's great. Wonderful for our souls, right? Rad. But if the bodies for sure don't continue, which we have a pretty clear understanding that they dissolve into the ground and they do not continue. Now, there's a whole aspect of like, time is infinity. There is no sense of time. Time is simultaneous. It's an illusion, right? So maybe the body is continuing on always because there is no time, right? But as far as we know, in this plane of existence, this body deteriorates, okay? So no matter what, you have to have an appreciation for this vessel, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it smells like, no matter what it tastes like, okay? You might have a lot of shame around odors that your body produces. You're a human being, okay? You have body hair, okay? There is nothing unnatural about the way you were created, and you were created divinely. 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 This body is a temple, and it deserves to be treated as such. You are a beloved child of God, divinely, like everyone else. So it's like everyone else, but still uniquely you. And you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. So as our bodies are unique, so are our souls. Now we have an oversoul in heaven, or we're all one, but we're still unique enough to be placed in individual bodies, right? There is a compatibility of a soul and a body going into incarnation that is significant in some capacity. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. They gave you these gifts. They gave you these gifts to come to earth because why? Why were we given these gifts? Three of Pentacles reversed. We were given these gifts because while we are forced to share existence with other people, with thousands, millions of other people on this planet, the true collaboration, the true worship, the true divinity, the true sacrifice, the true commitment here is to the self. It's to the development of the soul, your own unique soul frequency. While doing that, we are connected and we serve others, and we have a chain, a domino effect, if you will, a butterfly effect on other souls, which is great. That's wonderful. But there is sort of a unique, beautiful, divine selfishness here about bettering ourselves. And what's so cool too is, like, if you listen to any near-death experiences of people who go through the life review, they're all shown their life experiences from an aspect that they wouldn't have really considered as relevant as depicted. For example, you may view life as what you have manifested, what you have created, the job that you've created, the family that you have. All of those things are absolutely important, but the most minuscule details, it's not about the $100,000 income that you made one year by being really productive and, working your ass off. Like, those are all great qualities, but it's the lives that you touched. It's the little things that you would deem insignificant that are found in the utmost presence of self and divine awareness, presence, clarity, calm, a decluttered mind, a state of total being and observation. Those are the moments that are highlighted as the successes in a life review, not your employee of the month status. Okay. You may be shown those things anyway because it's a life review and it's completely encompassing of everything that you did in your life. But the ones that have the most emotional impact, and my understanding is that emotion kind of continues on, which is really interesting to me because we view emotions as like a hormonal cascade from the brain. But there's an aspect of emotion that is connected to the soul that I think is a significant part of manifestation and creating what you want to design or be artistic with in creativity and design and making something into matter that continues on after death. And death fascinates me. You may have already clicked off, but if you're one of my people, you're like tell me more. I highly encourage you to listen to near-death experiences. There's some great near-death experience channels like NDE Diary. I highly recommend I'm blanking on his name. His name is Alex. Soul podcast. Oh gosh. Oh, this is horrible. I can't think of his podcast name. Something soul. Oh, I'll have to drop it in the description box. He's wonderful. He talks to channelers. He talks to near-death experiencers. He is absolutely wonderful in bringing about enlightening consciousness of the collective. And he's kind of in like the theater, not theater, the movie industry. He's like a director. His whole, I'm like going on a total tangent here. I'm just sort of really wanting to connect you with other things to view that will speak to your soul in the ways that have spoken to mine, if you are still listening and are connecting to this particular reading. Next Level Soul, thank you, Next Level Soul. Check out that podcast. He gets a ton of awesome people, top people across the world, doing these interviews with him that you would totally want to hear from, okay? Highly recommend. Is there any final messages from the tarot so we can wrap up this Virgo reading? Any final messages that need to be expressed here? Ace of Swords. You know, this feels very full circle to me, because we started off with the Queen of Swords wanting to embrace the more Queen of Cups aspect of herself, which already exists, but it's more like placing that intention around wanting to manifest more with that aspect of the self. Now, what I'm getting with this Ace of Swords here is it's like, even if you really truly are an ace, or I'm sorry, a Queen of Swords at heart, if that's your true soul frequency, it's almost like it is like with this Ace of Swords, that communication, I feel like to the self, it's like this is a truth. This is a divine truth that you are addressing about the self, that you are with on your own journey, on your own path, and are embracing. Anything else to support that Ace of Swords here? Three of Wands. It's interesting that the sun's reversed, you know. I tend to take the sun reversed very similar to the sun upright in most cases, because it's such a bright and beautiful card. And it just really shows that this is an evolving process towards the sun. It's not a lack of the sun. It's just a journey towards the sun that we have here with this Three of Wands. So this is going to be a journey. This is going to be a progress. This is something that'll take time. You will tend to fall back a little bit into your Queen of Swords habits of overthinking, a little bit of doubt. You have built that for so long, just as a habit, not of any fault to your own, but as a default of your experiences and everything like that. And you're being called to really surrender to the process of enlightenment, the process of evolving to the higher self. You're not wrong. You're not on time. You are on time. You are right on track. And if you feel yourself falling back into old habits or old patterns, give yourself a little grace. Give yourself the same kind of compassion that the divine would, that God would. You may not resonate with God, right? But resonate with Creator. Whoever created you, right? It's kind of miraculous to think that this is all an accident somehow, that there's not some sort of intention here. I mean, the fact that our molecules are held together in this body and this is space right now, and you can see colors, it feels very intentional, doesn't it? It's a design, it's a code, it's scientific. If it was meant to be chaos and particles flying everywhere, it would be particles flying everywhere in chaos. But it's not. I have a hand, I have eyeballs, I have a way to speak what is coming into me to you, okay? So whether you believe in God or not, there is an aspect of something that is beyond your understanding that you cannot deny, because we don't have proof and we don't have evidence of everything, right? Because we are simple little monkey beings, and we don't have all the answers, right? So without a doubt, there are things that we do not understand and that we just have to surrender to. And this process is a journey. You are going to have hiccups, you're going to have pitfalls. And the more that you embrace the aspects of yourself that are true, that are you, even if they are patterns or things that you see come up that are not ideal, they're still true. They're still you. And there's nothing wrong with them. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you tune back in to Leaping Lotus Tarot. Please like, please subscribe if this resonated for you. And above all, most important to me personally, drop a comment. Please tell me what spoke to you the most, and it will make my day. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. It's the reason why I do this. I love knowing that there's something that you gained from this, okay? Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading.